What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I make these videos for beginners, so if there's anybody you know that wants to learn more about crypto, share the love and share the video. As you can see, I do hours of research on YouTube every single day, so you don't have to. I know you're busy, so set the video to 1.5 or 1.75 so you get through it quick. Use the links below for more information on what I bring or to sign up and get your journey started. Ask questions so I can help you learn, and watch out for the scammers down in the comments below. If it looks weird, it is weird.
Here we go. What a day in crypto. It's November 16th, 2021, and Bitcoin's down about 8.6%. So the title of this is Zoom Out. And a great quote is that we use in crypto all the time is when in doubt, zoom out. And volatility is the price you pay for performance. So yes, you can get 10, 20, 50, 100, 600% gains, but it might drive you crazy in the meantime. So let's zoom out a little bit and take a look at what Bitcoin has done. Now this is something from CryptosRUs. So they're saying that a massive move is near. And these ratios that you see here, these are Fibonacci's. They call them 1.618 and 1.272. So you can see the ranges are similar in these last runs, 2013, 2017, and now it's happening again. So what happened after it went between this range and broke through? Well, you had a huge increase. So what they're saying is the prediction of this from these retracements and the breakout of it is 98% accurate. And so what they're saying is that it can get up to above 150, about 200. No, it says it right there, $231,000. So it's happened in the past. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen again, but history does rhyme if it doesn't repeat. So another thing that Lark Davis is pointing out is the liquid and illiquid supplies. Peak Bitcoin happened in early 2020. The liquid supply will never be that high again. That's how much is on exchanges, how much is available for you to buy. 8 billion people, 56 millionaires, 41,000 publicly traded companies, trillions of cash and pension funds, bank accounts and bonds are all trying to get a piece of the pie. Number go up. So this is what they call hopium. This what they put out there to put your hopes up. And there's a lot of this information out there, and it could all be true. But you've got to stay grounded, you got to stay focused, and get as much news as you can to make your own opinion. All right, so another piece of hopium here. This is probably the most important chart in crypto. Imagine being bearish when another 3.4 billion users are coming by the end of the decade. So this is the growth of crypto users. And right now you can see we're in 2021, and this is the projected growth over here. So obviously, the more users there are, the more the market cap is going to go up because more people are putting their money into it. All right. Actually, real good news. Indian government to take progressive steps on crypto. India in the past has say they're banning crypto. Nobody can use crypto. We'll outlaw it. And now they're saying that they're going to be taking steps to legalize it. The same as Russia. They want to legalize crypto. Mining, the report says, not necessarily by the users, but still it's a step in the right direction. Also, Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary says crypto holdings comprise 10% of this portfolio. So in an interview, he was saying that a couple of years ago he was vocal about Bitcoin not being a good investment. Now obviously he's changed his mind and he's upped his holdings by 10%. And you can actually easily say that he didn't necessarily start off at 10%, but with the gains that you've seen in Bitcoin in a portfolio, if you put 1%, well, if it's 3x from where he put it in, then that's gone to about 3% of his portfolio. So just something to keep in mind there. A lot of people respect him, and a lot of people, it gives validity to Bitcoin. I think this is a great stat right here. 16% of Americans say they have ever invested, traded, or used cryptocurrency. 16%. That's it. Only 16% of Americans have gotten involved in crypto. So we're early. But here's a really cool stat. Of those 16%, 4% of Americans, so 25% of that 16%, have quit work for crypto gains. So they see the potential of this space. Maybe they've made the money already. Maybe they're day trading. There's all kinds of different ways to look at it. But the point is that people are making so much money that they're quitting their work for crypto games, which kind of leads into the work supply shortage. All right, so this is Lark Davis talking about Miami is going to start paying out Bitcoin to residents as a dividend from the staking rewards made by Miami Coin. So they've already made $20 million so far. They put out a Miami Coin. You can get on OK Coin, and you can buy it there and then stake it. So I'm not exactly sure how they make revenue off of that, but they have raised about $20 million from that so far, and they're talking about paying some of the dividends out to Miami residents in Bitcoin, which is very cool. Also, couldn't find the headline, but Austin Mayor is also talking about getting a city token. This is obviously a theme that's going to keep coming. I mean, they see that Miami's making $20 million. New York City's doing it. Austin's now going to do it. All right, so this is a follow-up from yesterday's video about Avalanche. I'm very bullish on Avalanche, and then Trader Joe as well. Grayscale, who is very respectable, says it's exploring Terra Luna, and Avalanche. So what happens when they create a trust for that? Well, they have to buy some. They take it off the market, and the price goes up. The other cool thing about Terra Luna is that they're going to be doing a big burn soon. So they're taking tokens out of supply, and that also makes that go up. So if it's something you've been looking into after the fall today, a lot of these tokens went down 10-15% when Bitcoin went down about 8-9%. Now might be a good time to get in there, not a financial advice. Again, with Avalanche, so the Rush program was $220 million. That's to incentivize ecosystem development. Well, they've also done another, what's called Avalanche Foundation launches fund worth over $200 million dedicated to supporting ecosystem development. A Blizzard, they call it. So again, they're putting another $200 million to incentivize developers and dApps, and everybody that I've seen, all these big systems like Solana, Luna, Avalanche, all these chains, Polygon, they're putting out these incentives because developers are in short supply. As a matter of fact, I heard also, I can't remember where, but Avalanche is actually getting developers from the Web 2.0, people who are building out websites. They're bringing them in and training them because there's such a shortage. And essentially what they're thinking is whoever gets the most developers will win out on the network effect. And so the network effect is not only the people that, like you and I, retailers that are coming in and trying to use the dApps, but developing the dApps, the whole people and all the people in the ecosystem. So, right now, Ethereum has the biggest network effect. And Bitcoin, of course, is like the big dog out there, but the system doesn't have many developers. A lot of that is on Ethereum. All right, also for Avalanche, they're close to 18 billion in total value locked. And I'm not sure what the market cap is, but market cap has a lot to do with total value locked. All right, so all-time high in daily transactions and active wallets, sub-second transaction finality, and you saw that on my video. It does everything, all the transactions happen very quickly. So you can bridge assets over to Avalanche, and they'll actually drop you tokens for doing that. Very simple to do. If you didn't see my last video, check it out. All right, so this is the ecosystem. These are all of the dApps and products that are on Avalanche or in the Avalanche ecosystem. So they have wallets, they have privacy tokens, these are all the DeFi products out there. You have tooling and dApps, NFT and gaming, Oracle, DAO solution storage. So there is a huge ecosystem over there. Now, if you compare this to Ethereum, not even close, but they're new. And Ethereum's been around since 2015. I think Avalanche started in 2019. So they've got some making up to do. Now this is for Trader Joe. They did a deep dive on token metrics, and I highly suggest you go check it out because, like I said in my last video, I'm very bullish on Trader Joe, and so are they. They're talking about the total value locked in Trader Joe, and it's a huge amount. Now Pangolin, is it on there? Yeah, Penguin right here is the dark blue. That was the first one out. The first DEX out there, and Trader Joe just came along and destroyed it. So Curve's got a lot, but Curve is mainly just with stable coins, so that doesn't really count. But the point is that Trader Joe is doing very well, and I think will continue to do well. And once people realize that, they'll start using it more often. And a lot of people aren't over on Avalanche yet. All right, so this is very cool here. I've been very bullish on Climate DAO. Unfortunately, it took a dive with everything else and dropped about, I want to say about 30-40% over the last week. It was already on the way down, but nonetheless, I doubled down and put more in. Climate DAO accumulates 100 million of carbon offsets. Anyway, the point is that Mark Cuban is tweeting about it. And first of all, this whole climate change and carbon emissions and offsets, it's going to be a big deal. And that's what Climate DAO does. That's what they help. When you put your tokens in, I don't know exactly how it works. We can do a deep dive on it if you guys want me to. But essentially, they create these carbon offsets by what they're doing. So I could see a lot of people getting behind that, especially since Mark Cuban's talking about it. So I'm even more bullish on it now. This is about Arbitrum. Lark Davis is talking about there are over 200 DeFi projects live on Arbitrum 1, and more are coming over as they realize that L2 is the future. Now, layer 2s are Polygon. Metis is a layer 2 that's going to be working on top of Ethereum. So the point is that all of these layer 2s are making Ethereum faster. And you can do a lot of the things that are on Ethereum on these other projects. Now, the cool thing is once you can start bridging to other projects, that's when I get really excited. Like right now, I just found out that I can go from Polygon over to Avalanche. So if I can get more of my value onto Polygon and take it off of Ethereum so I don't have to deal with the fees, then I'll be extremely excited about that. And to finish up, this is on Cadena. Cadena, I found out recently, it was two of the top guys at JP Morgan, left JP Morgan and created Cadena in 2018. They left and started working on it in 2018 and just launched about 6 months ago. So it's been growing very rapidly, very fast. And KDEX is going to be kind of like Trader Joe and Penguin over on Avalanche. They're going to be the premier DEX over there. So it's gas free, which is huge over there. So it's a tease in the new front end, and we've been working on, you can all imagine what's in store. So it hasn't launched yet. But this will be the first one that's launching over there. So something to think about. Getting in early is always something that you want to look for. All right, just want to follow up on the sentiment of the day and see what it looks like over here. So 56, not that bad. 57, and then okay, Gala is killing it. That's a great gaming ecosystem. They have 4 games that are out right now playing very well. AirSwap, Polymath, Swipe, I haven't seen that one in a while. Aragon, Uma, Ergo, and Stormux finally starting to pick up. Maybe they had some news. Good for them. All right, real quick. Again, this is zooming out. I want to talk about Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart. Usually I do a daily, and the daily would just show this right there here. But that doesn't show you a whole lot. So we're going all the way back to 2019. All right, so you have a little pump up. And then see, if you notice, a lot of the run was in 2021. And with that big dip back in May, it really kind of hit the reset button, which leads me to believe that this whole cycle is going to be lasting a little bit longer. We'll see. From showing that chart at the beginning of the video where it shows it going parabolic after it hits those 2 stats. Things could happen quickly. Coming back down here, right down to the 60 and getting support, to me is bullish. I want to go into why I think this candle is happening, and we'll just check out the news right here. And the top headlines that I saw was that Bitcoin, Ether lose ground as Twitter's chief financial officer rules out crypto investment. Dollar index hits 16-month high. So as the dollar is going up, the chief financial officer says, no, we're not going to be putting our money into it. And they seem to think that that's part of the reason why it's been going down. The selling began during early Asia hours after Wall Street Journal quoted social media giant Twitters saying that investing cash holdings into crypto assets like Bitcoin doesn't make sense right now. And I guarantee you that was out of context. What he probably meant was he's waiting for a pullback, or that, you know, people who have already been in Bitcoin, they're not going to put more into it. So I'm sure it was out of context, probably not what he said exactly. And this is what we would call FUD, fear, and uncertainty, and doubt. The other articles that I wanted to point out here, it was the SEC is looking into Marathon, which is a Bitcoin mining company. So they're questioning them, and some people can see that as a negative for the entire space. But I mean, what is the jobs SEC to do? It's really just make money. Because think about it. They're not trying to protect any investors. All they're trying to do is protect the banks and Wall Street. Because why would they have a futures ETF? That doesn't help us. That doesn't protect us in any way. It doesn't allow us to get exposures to Bitcoin. It only gives the Wall Street and other people a way to manipulate the market and keep us out of the game. So they're not there to help us. However, if they find a reason that someone didn't do exactly what they said because their outlines are so vague, and they can get, you know, $10 million here and there by going after a company, well, then that's what they're going to do. They're there to make money. And I'm going to end on that. I'll see you guys tomorrow.